Hi, welcome to the channel and welcome to my Kia Picanto. A true modern marvel of mechanical engineering in the 21st century. No, it's not, is it really? It's a Kia Picanto. It's a 1.1 litre engine car and it's essentially the size of a biscuit tin. But here's the thing, because I've had a dream for many years now to have a vehicle that I could travel the world in. Maybe a massive motorhome or a really big converted van. And until that point, well, we've got this. Now, don't get me wrong, I think it's doable. It's got plenty of space inside. As long as you curl up in a fetal position, you should be comfy for the night. And in all seriousness, I have, on a couple of occasions over the past few months of having this vehicle, attempted to do exactly that. Turn it into a car camper. But what you see before you here and now is as far as my skills went. I ripped out the seats and I put a makeshift floor in. And to be fair, in a very small sense, it kind of works, but it's a far cry from the van type build that I want in this car. You see, I had a bit of an idea with this vehicle. I figured it would be possible to do a proper van build in here. Full electrics, insulation, sleeping area, cooking area, and whatever else I can muster up to stick in or on this vehicle to make it into an ultimate van type car camp build, if that makes sense. Don't get me wrong though, dreams and ideas are great to have, but without tools, knowledge and skills, yeah, the job becomes a little bit difficult, to be honest. But good news, we've got an expert. I've got somebody that's offered to help me turn this into the ultimate car camping build. But before we can start, I'll really need to dispose of this old evidence. That needs ripping out and it needs a real good clean. Let's do that first. Oh wow, well, seems my idea of a little clean, yeah, might not be the right idea. Down here's okay, it just needs a bit of hoovering and getting the bits out, a bit of wiping down and such and so forth. But at the back, oh dear, we might have a bit of an issue that needs dealing with in the future. Obviously this is where your spare wheel goes. I won't be using that. I'm going to be using that to put my massive leisure battery into, which just fits with a bit of shoehorning. But what I've done previously to try it out is cut two slats down here to put a strap through, just to hold the battery in place while I messed about with the setup. Seems it wasn't the best idea. We've had a major ingress, or not a major ingress, but a bit of water down here. Oh man, that's like some rubber plug thing going on as well. No idea what that is, but yeah, that's gonna be nice to clean out, along with a major wipe down and a bit of hoovering. Right, where's Emery? Well, the car's all looking clean and tidy, but I've got a bit of a confession. You see, I popped over to see Jason the other day, the guy who's going to help me do the car, for a cup of tea for an hour, just to see when we were going to start doing things. And instead of having a cup of tea, he decided to crack straight on. And within that hour, he managed to cut some metal, bend some metal, weld some metal, and make these two little brackets, which he then pop riveted into the car. And we've now got a proper bracket that holds the strap for the battery, and he managed to glue up the hole that I messed up, and all that within an hour of being there. In all seriousness, it bodes very well for doing this car camp build. I didn't, however, get a cup of tea. That was a bit lame, but I think we're at a point now where my skills are at its limit and we really do need to go see this expert. Let's get over there.
So we really are trying to do a proper van type build on this vehicle, but we are winging it a little bit in the sense that we're working it out as we go along. But it does make perfect sense to start from the ground and work our way up, which means firstly insulation. And
in terms of insulation, I've got to be honest, we've been really lucky. I've had a company called Mat send over an absolute plethora of insulation and sound deafening material, and I should say they do a full range of not only budget, mid-range, but top-range materials as well for all your van builds, for your thermal and your sound deafening. I'll leave a link in the description where you can go and check them out, but I've just got to show you what we've got because I'm really impressed, to be honest. They've done us proud, to be fair. They've not only sent us a 12mm, but a 6mm as well, of what they call a Dodo Super Liner, which is a self-adhesive foam liner, which is great for sound deafening and temperature control throughout the year. This stuff will go from -40 up to 100 degrees Celsius. It's incredible. You're never going to melt or freeze it at all. And because it's self-adhesive and flexible, it's just easy to cut and fit in any position that you want within your vehicle. On top of that, sound deadening panels. These are called the Dead Easy sound deafening panels. And I've got a pack of 40 of these. You know, if you're into your van builds, couple of these on the panels and it just stops all that tinniness coming through when you're driving or sat around. Brilliant, really impressed with those. And on top of that, a 40mm fleece liner. I think we're going to end up putting that in the door panels and behind all the panels as well, just to stop, or just to add to that insulation in terms of heat throughout the winter. I mean, hey ho, it's winter in England now, so this is going to come in nice. Right, let's start ripping out and fitting it. So progress being made, panels coming off, side panels and hooks coming off. We're hoping to get the roof off as well, and now I've finally got a job I can actually do. I've been laden with the sound deafening. Should be good. We've got plenty of those panels. I'm just going to fill out as much of the metal areas as we can, just to stop that old tinniness. It's wicked. I mean, in a scientific sense, yeah, it's going to stop all that sort of shittinging with the rattling of the panels. But in my mind, because it's sound deafening, what I figured is I'm going to be able to sit in there and fart as loud as possible and nobody else is going to hear it outside. But inside, because I've got total sound deafening, it's going to sound like the Krakatoa going off with a real bassy thump line. It's going to be wicked. More importantly, let's just get it fitted.
Gotta be honest, really easy to fit these sound deadening panels because you've got self-adhesive on the back. They literally just peel them off, cut them to shape and size and then stick them where you want them. I've managed to cover most of the back here. I haven't gone too much up the sides. I didn't want it to interfere with the wiring and such, but nice cover, and then in with the 12mm for the warmth.
Nice. Gotta be honest, I'm pretty chuffed with this. Pure insulation on the sound deafening all over, and then a nice little layer of 12mm to keep me toasty warm. Wicked, mate. Well, here's one then. We're looking good on the roof. All the gubbins are out, lights out, and it's just a matter of maybe getting a couple of pins out and taking the whole roof off. Well, can't say we're doing it half-hearted. The roof's out, mate. It's looking good as well. It's in good nick. Looks like they got the original sound deafening panels on there, and yeah, let us stick a load more in there, and hopefully I think we'll stick some 6mm in there as well. Well, I've got to say, I am really impressed with this stuff. I've never used this sound deafening material before, obviously, and this is the first time. And listen to this. It sounds dead, like, yeah, just solid. It sounded really tinny before, if I can sort of show you. So now, yeah, mate, no sound's getting out of there. I can fart as loud as I want in the night, and no one's going to hear me.
The 6mm Dodo Super Liner goes up really easy, again with a self-adhesive backing, and the fact that it was 50 centimetres wide just made it fit absolutely perfect on the panels on the roof. And all in all, with the sound deadening panels, I think we got a pretty good cover.
So it's time for a bit of wiring for the lighting then. We're going to have one up here, an LED, and another one over the other side. So just running the cabling for wiring it in at the minute, and then that's going to run all the way through the back and down into the fuse box wherever we end up putting that.
Now it's a matter of getting the roof back up, and obviously because it's old, it's not in the best of shape, so a little bit of glue on it. And of course, because it's a roof, yeah, they're never easy to fit back into place, are they? A little bit finicky around sort of some of the bars and clips and such, but eventually, after a little bit of tweaking, we managed to get it in, and then we can line up and lay up the lights for the roof. Just a matter of marking them up, screwing little holes, putting them into place, and then screwing them from the other side to hold them actually into place. After that, it's a matter of crimping and wiring them up. And then obviously, because the job's not quite finished, but I do need to be driving this car back to the homestead, yeah, we needed to put a few things back up just to hold the roof into place and such. And then I went round and resealed the seals on the car, so hopefully we won't get too much of an ingress of water. Then we moved on to the floor, and we noticed a little bit of rust under there. I mean, it's quite an old little motor around the taps where the passenger seat was sitting, so a little bit of spray and a little bit of touch up just to sort of cover that up and hopefully keep it sound future proof. And then Jason laid a couple of nice sound deadening panels and a little bit of 12mm, and to be honest, yeah, I did a much better job just on that a little bit than I did on the whole of the rest of the car. And then, to be honest, here's a prime example of Jason's knowledge of doing van builds and such, and his vision for how this build might actually look in the end. He just mentioned to me that getting as many 12-volt sockets into the build as we can is always a bonus, so it's exactly what he did, because we got the central console out, just drilled a hole in there big enough to fit a 12-volt socket, laid a cable all the way from the front to the back, and then yeah, tested it out with a battery, and bingo, we've got power on a 12-volt socket. More to come hopefully in the build.
Right, one final job to do in terms of insulation. The doors. All these panels are coming off for all 4 doors, and I think I'm going to stick either some 6 or 12mm behind there. I'll see when I get in there. I don't think it's going to be possible to put that fleece liner in with the windows shutting or not. I think basically what I should have done with that is put it in the roof or in the floor. We haven't, and I'm not about to. I think I'll probably save that fleece liner for a future Galaxy build hopefully. And here's the thing, I'm showing you the passenger side door here at the minute. I'm going to start on the driver's side door, but I can't show you that on the video because, as you may be able to hear, the bloody alarm's going off for the door, isn't it? And the only way I can stop that going, I think, is to disconnect the battery, and I'm at the homestead on my own devices at the minute, so there's no way I'm about to start messing with batteries. So I'm going to spend the next 15-20 minutes with that blaring in my bloody ear while I use some makeshift tools to sort out these panels. Right, cue the time lapse.
Anything I do, the monkey will do. Anything I do, the monkey will do.
One door panel off. Still bleeping. Right, just to show you, man, my ears are bleeding with this beeping. I'll put a little layer of 6mm in there. I've not gone mad, all in the bottom here, all in the middle, nice little layer of it. And then on the top as well, just all behind that panel. Hopefully, it shouldn't even get anywhere near where the window is, so yeah, game on. Just gotta get all these plugs plugged back in, work that out, and crap, get that back on. Final plug. Thank God I can shut the freaking door, man. Drive me nuts. Bollocks, wrong way round. Oh, please stop. Oh, bliss. Wow, one done. Oh man, I've not checked it. Oh, stop. Working, and 3 more to go. Wicked. And I would love to show you those 3 doors being done and finished, but the reality of it is, and the reason I'm in the field doing this outro, is because this is being done 3 weeks after I originally started the installation, and the Kia is in such a state that if I show you a single shot of it right now, it's just going to spoil everything coming up. It's got bits here, bits there, and bits down there, and I don't want you to see anything, so I'll save it for the next episode, which is coming up next Sunday, all about the electrics. As for now, I really hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, all the good stuff, hit the like button, subscribe to keep up with the series, and definitely hit me in the comments. And as always, you know, take it easy, enjoy the camp, and stay stealthy. All right.